Back in 2023, I started a challenge where I would practice fire dancing for 1,000 days straight. Today, I'm officially over 900 days, and I want to share with you 3 things that I've learned thus far. Lesson number 1, take your practice with you. Throughout the past 100 days, this was a very big transitionary period. Pretty much took place between September up until now. We were still in the midst of summer, heading into fall, and then going into winter. And with so many different temperature and weather changes, I just could not sustain practicing in the same spot. Normally I practice outside. We have a really nice backyard and a good amount of space, so it's really nice and convenient to just go outside and practice. But as it's getting colder, and then as it eventually started snowing, being able to find places where I could actually practice indoors, or at least in different areas, was definitely a big thing that helped me get through these 100 days, because I feel like getting used to a single spot where you practice limits the amount that you can do in terms of moves and mentality. And so in order for me to do this, I have several practice fire knives that I would use and that I keep in my car actually whenever I go to the gym, or I go to my girlfriend's place, or I'm at a show, or just out and about and I have a little bit of downtime to spin. It's nice to just have it there, very convenient, and take a couple minutes to spin. I was also doing a lot of traveling for shows, out of state in Wisconsin and in Michigan, and just, personal life, personal travel too. So having something that I could take with me is very convenient. And there are times where I do fly, or I am going somewhere. When I have to travel by plane, I have to check in my fire knife. It can be considered a weapon, so I have to place it away. And what I would do is I have a couple of hiking sticks that I would use to take with me to different places, because they're pretty light and small, and I haven't really had any issues bringing them through TSA. So had I not brought those, I wouldn't have really found anything to spin, which I probably could have, but it's less effective, and it's not the same. So being able to find ways to bring your practice with you is really important. I would hope that this applies to a lot of other things, because like right off the bat, I think of swimming. You can't really bring a pool with you, but to that point, it's like, how can you still modify your training outside of the pool to apply it to that? Maybe it's like a shower, right? Like building your resistance to cold water or something, or like holding your breath, cardiovascular something. I don't know, like I guess for certain things it's harder to bring your practice with you, but I still feel like there's always a way for you to practice anywhere and everywhere, regardless of where you're at. That's what I've really noticed in these past 100 days, because I was constantly moving and the environment was different and my resources were different too. So having my practice fire knives in convenient places helped me still get my practice in and continue the challenge. Lesson number 2, it takes longer than it seems. I also noticed in these past 100 days that I would do a lot more doubles training, because I realized in the prior 100 days that I was doing a lot of singles only, and I wanted to diversify my training a little bit more, because doubles are just as important as singles. But I think I definitely got frustrated a lot at times because I wasn't seeing as much progress to my doubles as I were my singles. And it was, after reflecting and just, thinking about it too, it definitely just takes longer because it's harder, and I need to allow myself that time and space to not be perfect and just to let it be bad, because again, it takes time, and doubles are just significantly more tricky because there's a second fire knife in the air, and the specific moves that you're doing require more hand-eye coordination, requires more air time, requires more trust in the movement. So it definitely takes time, and I noticed myself rush or try to worry a lot because it wasn't where I wanted to be. And I just have to remember too that it's only really been 2.5-ish years since I actually started this challenge. And so reminding myself that it wasn't that long ago since I first started doing all this, it's okay to not have it all go down perfectly, And doubles has been something I've also neglected, which, I'm very susceptible to procrastinating sometimes. But similar to lesson 1, by bringing your practice with you, having a set of doubles anywhere allows me to practice that. And whether that just means doing some repetitions of a certain move, or trying a new move and eventually getting it, it's really just about getting that consistency in. And I will say it has been nice because I also got some help with a specific move from a lot of people on social. So it's the move where, well, I'm flicking the fire knife upward and then simultaneously bringing the fire knife horizontally in front of me and catching it. That sequence, that combo has been the death of me, and it's just taken me so long to get, but eventually I finally got it, which I'm really happy about. Just taking the time to really get it and allowing it to not be perfect has been a real eye-opener for me these past 100 days, because things are just naturally harder than they seem, and it's okay to let them not be as good for a longer period of time. And then finally, I'd say my third lesson for these last 100 days has been allowing simple to be okay. Kind of on the flip side of working on my doubles more, when I am working on my singles, I've felt that like I've had to create super complex or very showy or cool looking routines or combos. And I just feel like I wanted to be more simple and slow down my movements and understand them more. Because when I scroll on social and I see all of these other fire knife dancers doing some crazy moves and they're super impressive and they're so perfect, like I look back at what I've been doing the past couple of weeks and I'm like, dang, my moves aren't as showy or as grand as them. And you know what? That's okay. You know, it's okay to not have the most complex sequences and showy and like perfect throws behind my back. And I really think it was good for me, at least these last 100 days, to do things at a slower speed and more frequently. So for example, there's a certain combo where I would roll it around my hand, do Kakai, and then under my leg, and then do it again. I want to do that more on my left side, and that's a super easy combo that I know how to do on my right side, but I wanted to do it on my left side instead, which wasn't as smooth for me. So I took the time to slow down and to, break it down and to do it a little bit more. And while that was good, I felt kind of silly in a way, and maybe that's just my ego, maybe that's just me thinking I need to be ahead again, but slowing down has allowed me to just improving something that doesn't need to be grand. Especially as a performer, just wanting to make sure that everything that I do is super big and grand and it's like a wow factor. Part of the performance also is the slow moments and the times that are much more simpler and the pauses and just things that are subtle and things that allow itself to be slow and basic and simple for the sake of it being simple, but also for the sake of it being kind of a fundamental or just a bigger impact than you think it is in the overall performance. Overall though, I am extremely proud of myself for overcoming 900 days of practice and just really letting this challenge be it for what it is versus what I need it to be or expect myself to be when it's over. I mean, I can say 100% for sure I am a lot farther than I would have had I not done this challenge, but also just give myself the grace to, again, be simple, to allow things to take more time, but also have that accountability and have a practice fire knife ready for me to use anywhere I go. It's certain things that hold moments where things are slower together versus when things are faster or bigger and grander, and the attitude is there, the convenience is there to do it. So counteracting those based on the scenarios and time of year and my situation is really important. And that's been a trend throughout each of these 100 days. Every 100 days is pretty different from the other. In terms of my skill level, in terms of my attitude, my energy, my time and attention, so many different factors, but all in all, it's about the 1% rule, and that's just gradually getting better little by little to see compounding results. And I've been saying this, and if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know what I say about this rule and just constantly improving little by little every single day that compounds. And that's what remains across everything else. As I'm ending this challenge, I really want to focus on reflecting and seeing where I am from the very beginning. I want to see where I was and really acknowledge where I was within the first 100 days and see how far I've come within these last 100 days and do a big comparison and just do more appreciation for myself and the craft that I'm trying to get better at. So, but like, man, 900 days. It's freaking insane. I mean, if you really think about it, doing something for 900 days straight, that's commitment, man. I'll tell you that. So if you want to see my journey and if you're new here, then definitely check out my TikTok at Luke Embers down in the description below. That's where I post my challenge daily. Sometimes I'll post it on other platforms like Instagram and YouTube, but it's nice to have them all consolidated into a single platform. So check that out if you are interested. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and I appreciate you being on this journey with me. Like always, view what remains and I'll see you at 1,000 days. Peace.